up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Katt Williams just came out guns blazing with a fresh list of all the celebrities who attended Diddy's parties. And it looks like y'all's faves used to be out here bumping and grinding to that Diddler groove, because some of the names on this list are shocking, to be honest. As y'all know, Katt Williams said this year is the year Diddy and all his accomplices are getting exposed. It looks like Katt meant that literally, because he has been working behind the scenes to expose the people who used to help Diddy carry out his alleged crimes. Sources are saying Katt might even be working with the feds to expose some of the information he has on Diddy and other celebrities who used to be around him. Like, this thing just keeps getting deeper and deeper with every day that goes by. But who exactly does Katt have information on in relation to Diddy? Let's break it down. So Katt Williams' foot has stayed pressed on Diddy's neck for some time now, because he believes Diddy is one of the top-class creeps and abusers in the industry. And he was not just talking based on hearsay, because according to Katt, he has had some personal encounters with Diddy where Diddy was trying to bend him over. In fact, Katt said he had to walk away from huge contracts many times to avoid having to party with Diddy, if you know what I mean. Katt previously called Diddy out in a rant where he talked about how Diddy and Jermaine Dupri are two evil twins wreaking havoc on industry child stars together. At the time, it seemed like Katt was just being a hater, but now an old clip from the Nickelodeon show, All That, the clip features two young boys trying to get their friend to wake up and asking Diddy for advice. Diddy in turn tells them to put a toy helicopter in the boys' pants and remote control it.
And he's still sound asleep. What are we gonna do? I don't know. You know, in situations like this, I always ask myself, what would P. Diddy do? What would P. Diddy do? I don't know. Hey, let's ask. Oh, okay. P. Diddy?
What's up?
We can't wake up Shane.
Try symbols?
Yep.
What about sour milk?
Didn't work.
Tell you what, take this toy helicopter, put it down his pants.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do. Didn't work. He's still asleep.
Try this.
Shall I? By all means.
And in case you needed further proof that something weird was definitely going on in that episode, did y'all know about the recent investigation discovery docuseries Quiet on Set: The Dark Side of Kids TV? The docuseries, which aired March 17, 2024, spotlights the toxic culture behind some of y'all's favorite children's shows from the late 90s to the early 2000s. Of course, one of the people implicated by the fallout from that docuseries is Dan Schneider, who worked on many of the shows on Nickelodeon. But that's not even the half of it. According to Katt Williams, the only reason why people like Diddy can do what they do is that they have many supporters in the industry, and when you try to call them out, you get punched down. But then again, as Katt said in his Club Shay Shay interview earlier this year, the devil can't protect his people or give them anything for that matter. So it's unsurprising that Katt is now trying to expose all the celebrities who attended Diddy's parties. For starters, let's go back to Lil Rod's lawsuit to see just how many people were involved in Diddy's alleged RICO operation. One of the people accused of not only attending Diddy's parties, but also participating in all the nasty things that used to go down in the back rooms is Cuba Gooding Jr. In his lawsuit, Lil Rod accused Diddy of trying to pass him off to his friends, especially Cuba Gooding Jr. Diddy allegedly left Lil Rod and Cuba alone together in a makeshift studio on his yacht for them to get to know each other better. While they were alone together, Cuba allegedly started feeling Lil Rod up, and he didn't stop even though Lil Rod was clearly not feeling it. Lil Rod then attached screenshots showing himself and Cuba Gooding in what looks like a studio, and it actually does look like like they are too close for comfort. Now, Cuba Gooding has actually faced multiple SA allegations himself. In 2019, he was booked on misdemeanor charges for forcibly touching and SAing a woman in Times Square. In 2020, he faced another accusation from 3 women who claimed he was touching them non-consensually. He actually got charged for that and reached a deal with the prosecutors where he had to do 6 months of counseling but no jail time. And it makes sense that Cuba Gooding Jr. is part of Diddy's inner circle actually, because birds of a feather flock together. But if you thought that was crazy, then you clearly haven't heard about Jennifer Lopez's involvement in this whole thing. Do y'all remember the infamous 1999 NYC club shooting? Well, it turns out that the feds are actually reopening the case because, allegedly, J-Lo was the gun mule who helped Diddy sneak the gun into the club, and Diddy apparently was out here bragging about it. In the Lil Rod lawsuit, Diddy is reported to have been bragging about getting away with shooting people as a way to bully Lil Rod into becoming his boy toy. The lawsuit read, "This RICO enterprise has existed for at least 20 years, dating back to the 1999 nightclub shooting in NYC, when Mr. Combs required his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, to transport his illegal firearm into the NYC nightclub." The lawsuit then added, "Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. This has led to speculations that J-Lo might have been involved in other aspects of Diddy's operations, like possibly buying prescription medication or other drugs for him, or helping him hire escorts, or, anything else Puff Daddy might have needed. After all, we know from Cassie's lawsuit that she used to carry his firearm, hire escorts for the freak-off sessions, and get him some prescription drugs from a doctor in Miami. Also, in the amended version of his lawsuit, Lil Rod alleged that Young Miami used to help Diddy transport pink coke. The point is, we know Diddy's girlfriends helping him do his dirty work is not unheard of, so it's not a reach to imagine J-Lo was also helping him. Besides, J-Lo has spoken very fondly of Diddy since they broke up, even though she once said he was the first person who broke her heart by cheating on her. Folks are now saying J-Lo could have helped Diddy perpetuate some of his alleged crimes because, at the time they dated, she was just trying to get her career off the ground, so their relationship might have been a wash my back and I'll wash yours kind of thing. And of course, we can't talk about Diddy's industry friends who used to attend his parties without mentioning his BFF, Jay-Z. Ever since Diddy's legal troubles started, Jay-Z has been keeping a low social profile, supposedly because he doesn't want to draw any attention to himself or give the press room to connect him to whatever Diddy has going on. But it's just too little too late, because it is a well-known fact that Jay and Diddy go way back and have remained tight up till the last few months. Jay and Beyonce have attended almost every party thrown by Diddy, and they in turn have invited him to their parties. In fact, people speculated that the reason why Jay-Z canceled his annual Rock Nation brunch this year is that he knows it's a bad look for him to be seen in public with Diddy, but he doesn't want to have to explain to his bestie why he's avoiding him. And the thing about Jay-Z is that he has an unnatural allegiance to weirdos. I mean, he kept being friends with R. Kelly despite knowing everything R. Kelly was doing to Aaliyah. He even tried to be with Aaliyah at some point, and according to her ex, Dame Dash, the only reason why that didn't work out is that Aaliyah friend-zoned him. But it didn't end there. Jay-Z went on to collaborate with R. Kelly for an entire album and still toured that album with him. Like, he saw those SA allegations against R. Kelly and said, "Fine by me." This has led many industry insiders to believe that the reason why Jay could even maintain relationships with people like R. Kelly and Diddy is that he's even worse than them. Jaguar Wright talked about this in a recent interview where she said Jay-Z hasn't gotten caught because he's smarter and meaner than Diddy.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
Just he been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
Girl, we can't possibly exhaust the list of A-listers Diddy has invited to his parties. It goes on and on. However, as many as these celebrities are, we haven't seen any one of them come forward to defend Diddy or even show his support in any way. In fact, investigators are saying many people who used to be in Diddy's inner circle have volunteered to testify against him. A source for NBC News reported that 3 women and a man have been interviewed by federal officials in Manhattan in relation to allegations of S trafficking, assault, and the solicitation and distribution of of illegal narcotics and firearms. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, has said he's ready to testify against Diddy if it comes to a trial. He also said he believed Diddy was responsible for the 1999 shooting and that he bribed witnesses to implicate his then protege, Shine, in the shooting. Also, Cassie is reportedly cooperating with the feds in their investigation into Diddy and has been talking with agents for weeks. A source close to her said Cassie finally feels like she's not alone and she can finally be heard and get justice after being the victim of Diddy's dark side for years. Apart from Cassie, other people who filed a lawsuit against Diddy are also reportedly working with the feds. There have even been reports that Ethiopia Habtemariam, former CEO of Motown Records, who was also named as a defendant in Lil Rod's case, is willing to testify against him in exchange for her name being dropped from the lawsuit. She has denied the claims, but it's unclear if she did that just to save face or protect herself. Anyway, it seems like the noose keeps getting tighter and tighter around Diddy's neck, and it just might be a matter of time before his time as a free man is over. But what are your thoughts about Diddy and his circle of A-listers in Hollywood who might have helped him commit his alleged crimes? Comment down below and check out this next video for more.